What's going on, guys? We got some breaking news. Billy Joe Saunders will be moving up in weight to super middleweight to challenge a guy in Shefat Isufi, a guy a lot of people may not know. And Billy Joe Saunders is a funny guy. He just recently announced this fight and his move up to super middleweight. And they asked him what he knew about his opponent. He said they are both fat bastards. So the Shefat Isufi guy will be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. He's fought at heavyweight, cruiserweight, and now he's fighting at super middleweight. So it's a pretty big dude. Him and Billy Joe Saunders is about the same age. He's 29 years old. Billy Joe Saunders, 29 years old. The guy has a record of 27 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. Billy Joe Saunders is undefeated at 27. Think about this. They're the same size. They're the same age. But Billy Joe Saunders never fought at super middleweight before. So for his first fight at super middleweight, he's fighting a guy who's fought at heavyweight, cruiserweight, and now he's fighting at super middleweight. So he's fighting a really big guy. But Billy Joe Saunders was a big middleweight. So moving up in weight, it's a great opportunity for him. Now he can really fight at a weight he can make comfortably. Man, I hate to see Billy Joe Saunders go up in weight to super middleweight. Even though there are good guys at super middleweight, I would have wanted to see Billy Joe Saunders versus Daniel Jacobs. I mean, that's a fight that nobody really talked about like that. But Billy Joe Saunders versus Daniel Jacobs would have been a great fight. Billy Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andre, I still wanted to see that fight, even though Billy Joe Saunders had that little drug incident. But those are the fights I still wanted to see. Billy Joe Saunders has some serious confidence boost ever since he embarrassed David Lemieux. Everybody was like, Billy Joe Saunders the man to beat at middleweight. Canelo Alvarez, his team, Eddie Gomez and them, they said they didn't want to fight Billy Joe Saunders because he's a runner. They would rather fight like a Daniel Jacobs or a Gennady Golovkin. We all remember that. But Billy Joe Saunders, he said he wanted those fights. He wanted all of those fights at middleweight. He chased all of those fights. He wanted the Golovkin fight. He wanted the Canelo fight. But none of those fights, none of those guys wanted to sign that contract. You know, that's the fight he wanted. He wanted all the big fights. He said he's gonna move up to super middleweight, but wherever the big fight presents itself, So the Shefat Isufi guy hasn't really fought anybody the casual fan would know about, like a big name fighter at 29 years old. But he has a shot at a WBO championship, which he will be fighting for against Billy Joe Saunders. He may think that's probably his easiest fight to this date because the guy's moving up in weight. But if you guys know about Billy Joe Saunders, he has shown us he's no pushover. So Billy Joe Saunders is going to go into this fight ready. Even though if it's his first fight moving up in weight. He's an undefeated fighter with a lot of confidence. 27 wins, undefeated. So he's going in here to take this vacant WBO World Super Middleweight title from this Shefat Isufi guy. Billy Joe Saunders, if he's able to defeat this Shefat Isufi guy, he'll become a 2-time world champion. He was stripped of his WBO belt at middleweight, and Demetrius Andre was able to fight for that WBO belt. So he was a champion at middleweight. Now, if he is able to defeat this guy, he become a 2-time champion. Not just a 2-time champion, but a 2-weight division champion. So that's a major step up for Billy Joe Saunders. I see Billy Joe Saunders getting a job done. I don't know if he's able to stop this guy in impressive fashion, because this guy only been stopped one time. So this guy may have a chin. But I see Billy Joe Saunders outclassing this guy. Billy Joe Saunders is the much better boxer. He's slick, and he's going to be strong. Billy Joe Saunders is one of my favorite fighters, guys. Billy Joe Saunders is one of my favorite fighters because of his boxing abilities, man. I love to watch fighters that have boxing abilities that can use their entire, use everything they learned in the gym. Ring IQ, lateral movement, the jab. Oh my God, it's a beautiful thing to watch. And if they have power on top of that, they're my favorite fighter. Billy Joe Saunders, even though he's from the United Kingdom, I'm a fan of the sport. I like boxers from everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and look at Billy Joe Saunders' career and the notable wins he has on his career. Billy Joe Saunders is no pushover, man. He's the real deal. Billy Joe Saunders has been in there with guys like Nick Blackwell. He beat Nick Blackwell, even though Chris Eubank stopped him, but Billy Joe Saunders beat him. Billy Joe Saunders defeated, like I said, he defeated Nick Blackwell, Matthew Hall, Gary O'Sullivan, John Ryder, Emmanuel Felice. And then he defeated Chris Eubank Jr. when Chris Eubank Jr., they were both undefeated. He defeated Chris Eubank Jr. in a split decision, but it was a convincing win. He defeated Andy Lee, Arthur Akavov, Willie Monroe Jr., David Lemieux, Charles Adamu, and now he's moving up in weight, which I believe he'll win this fight against Shefat Isufi. I think he's going to put on a boxing clinic, even though of his first fight moving up in weight to become two-time world champion, two-weight division world champion, on that WBO World Super Middleweight title belt. And there's good fights at a lot of good fights at super middleweight, man. Like the winner of the Guild. So we can't forget that Billy Joe Saunders tested positive for a banned substance. Billy Joe Saunders said he failed on a Wednesday, but was clean on a Saturday. So that's his excuse for failing a drug test. He said he failed on a Wednesday, but was clean on Friday. I meant Saturday. But anyway, he got fined by the British board for something else. He got fined $100K. But 2018 wasn't the best year for Billy Joe Saunders. He had a lot of problems, and he was stripped of his title by VADA, the title that Demetrius Andre had to fight for. But anyway, it's a new year, 2019. It's not 2018 no more. We can't look at the past. Minor setback for a bigger comeback. Man, I'm just looking forward to Billy Joe Saunders getting back in there and to show us if he's still a top talent. Because I'm a fan of Billy Joe Saunders. He said he has legal action against VADA. But that's not my main concern. My main concern is just to see the guy get back in there. Whether he was accused or not, the point is he fell, but then he passed. So whatever the situation is, it needs to be taken care of. But I'm just focused on him getting back in there and boxing and continue to see if he's one of the top guys in the sport. And I want to see Billy Joe Saunders mix it up with a guy like Callum Smith. I want to see Billy Joe Saunders fight the winner of Chris Eubank Jr. or James DeGale. Those are fights we need to see. We need to see the best fighting the best. I feel like Billy Joe Saunders will go in here and outclass this Shefat Isufi guy, become a two-time world champion in two weight divisions. His fight against Adamu was a great fight. He went in there and did what he had to do. Billy Joe Saunders is a world-class top fighter. And I'm a fan of Billy Joe Saunders. I'm a fan of a lot of guys from the UK. I'm a fan of Josh Kelly. I'm a fan of a lot of the boxers. You understand what I'm saying? I like boxers. But I like boxers that go in there and look for the knockouts. So, Billy Joe Saunders, if he move up in weight and have power, he will continue to be one of my favorites. I like Josh Kelly. I like Josh Taylor. That's a super fight I would like to see in the future. I think as of right now, I think Josh Taylor might outclass Josh Kelly. But if those guys continue to win, they continue to look good, then that's a fight I would like to see. I like guys from the UK. Just because I'm from America doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about guys from the UK. I like Anthony Yard. But yeah, guys, that's breaking news. Billy Joe Saunders despite his drug allegations, failed drug tests, has a chance to renew his career, a fresh start. Moving up in weight to take on the Shefat Isufi guy, which I believe Billy Joe Saunders may outclass because he has more skills than this guy. This guy isn't really known like that. But the fact that this guy is fighting for the title, I tip my hat off to Shefat Isufi. He's fighting a guy in Billy Joe Saunders who is a big household name. And if he's able to defeat a Billy Joe Saunders, even though Billy Joe Saunders is moving up in weight, it will catapult his career into superstar status. But I think Billy Joe Saunders wins this fight. I don't know if he wins by TKO, but I know he wins this. I know for a fact Billy Joe Saunders has too much skills. He's too athletic. He's not going to stand there and trade with this guy. He's going to completely outbox this guy. So Billy Joe Saunders wins this fight. Probably late TKO. But this guy looks like he has a chin. So Billy Joe Saunders either wins this fight late TKO or unanimous decision. But I see Billy Joe Saunders winning this fight. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos like